And right now it's set to sliver. We'll just take it to none. So what that sliver's doing is just doing some magic in the background to go and find the really long, thin slivers and remove those. And that really didn't do what we needed here. So now we'll go and try the max edge length. Now when you do this one, when you first set it, you normally, looks like it went ahead and did that time, but normally I'll have to deselect the terrain and reselect the terrain in order to see that length appear in the properties. So right now we're at 328, so you're going to start just taking that down bit by bit. I'm going to start 150. And we see that's a little too far. Now I'm actually going to cut into some of my buildings here. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to go a little bit higher on that. Let's try 200. And I see I'm still cutting into some of my buildings. Maybe 250. That looks all right. So that's where I would start with. All right, now the next thing I would do is I would go in and either add a boundary feature. So if I had a graphic that was my boundary, I could go and add that as a feature and it would go ahead and trim my triangles here. We also have the option to go in and add a boundary. But I'm just going to follow the workbook here. We're going to go with what they're going to do, the edit model tools first. So we'll go and look at those. So we'll go up here and we'll choose edit model. Right, so in the past, you would not be able to edit this at this point. You would have to, if you're in 10.11 or earlier, you're going to have to first go and deactivate the rule or remove the rule, and then you could go in and edit the triangles. But of course, you're losing your dynamic, ability there. So if anything updates with the graphics, you're not going to see that update. So that's why I usually would save this one for last if I needed to. But they did enhance that, so now we can go in and we can delete a vertex, a triangle, we can swap a line out, we can insert a vertex, move a vertex. I'm going to go and use the delete triangles by line, or we can delete a feature. So I'm going to go and choose this one here. And then so you're just going to select your terrain, and then you're going to always click on exterior of the terrain first. And then as you drag your line in, you can choose which triangles you want to delete. So that'll delete those out. So now we can go around and clean up the edges a little bit there. I'm just going to run some of those corners. And then if you click the delete button here, that's going to show you all of your deletes that you did. So let me go and do a different one here. I'm going to just go manually delete a triangle. See if I can. There we go. Just delete a few here. Maybe I'll move a vertice here, over there. All right, so if I hit that delete button, now it's going to show me all those edits. And then it's going to show you kind of like where all you did that. So if you want to go and delete an edit, so maybe I want to undo what I did here, I'm just going to select that white graphic to bring it back. But I'm going to leave these alone where I did the lines there. We'll put this together and then we'll look at the boundary options. What I would probably do is, so I'm normally on the side where I'm thinking more of a proposed terrain model, not an existing one. But I normally create some sort of shape for whatever boundary I want to have for my terrain. And then from that shape, I'll actually add it as a draped feature, a draped boundary. And that cleans my edge triangles up really nicely, and it still keeps everything ruled as well. We're going to complex this together with another survey they have, and then we're going to look at how we can add some boundary options. So go ahead and go into your file. Just remember about what we did here, though. If I go back here, we just edited those edge terrains, we actually manually just deleted them out using the edit volume tools. All right, so now I'm going to go back here and we're going to browse and open up a file called Complex Terrain Model. And this time we're going to use the append instead of merging. So all the points are going to be valid, which these two surveys are going to be side by side. So it's going to be like gluing two pieces of paper together. So first we'll go in and attach